Hi y'all, my name is Tina. Welcome back to Reaction Row. Today I am watching the last two episodes of Hannibal from season 3. So that's episodes 12 and 13. I cannot believe I'm already at the series finale. If I'm being honest, I think I've been putting off watching these last two episodes because I'm going to miss it and I didn't want to end the show. However, I think it's time that I watch it. We do have a hurricane headed our way in the next couple days. So I think it's either tomorrow night or Monday it's going to hit and I might lose power. So I didn't want to put it off even longer waiting for power to come back. I think I'm traumatized from one winter where we had a freeze here in Texas and we were without power for like a while. So I don't want to have to go through that again and not have seen these last two episodes and then have to wait a whole nother week to watch it. So I'm going to go ahead and watch it. I have really, really enjoyed this show. And so I'm curious to see how the Great Red Dragon influences the ending. You know, maybe he helps wrap it up somehow. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen to Hannibal, how we're going to leave it off. I have a feeling he's going to escape his prison that Alana has him in, but I don't know. I think he's going to escape and he's going to go find Will. And I don't know what's going to happen after that, but that's just my prediction. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and get started. He did it again.
I look at my wife and I see her dead.
Oh, okay.
I see Mrs. Leeds and Mrs. Jacoby lying where Molly should be.
Do you see yourself killing her?
Yes. Over and over.
It's hard to predict when brittle materials will break. Hannibal gave you 3 years to build a family, confident that he would find a way to take them from you.
And he has. What's he going to take from you?
Hannibal has no intention of seeing me dead by any other hand than his own. And only then, if he can eat me.
I was going to say that he mentioned that he could only forgive Will if he eats him too.
He's in no position to eat me now.
So it makes you wonder if it's going to end that way.
Play. You pay.
You have paid dearly.
Is Hannibal in love with me?
Could he daily feel a stab of hunger for you and find nourishment at the very sight of you? Yes. But do you ache for him?
Do you, Will?
So I really badmouth the Red Dragon in Title Crime. Give him a shot at me.
It's got to be a really good shot. What about the setup?
He's always being used as bait.
Something open, someplace where he can get close to me.
It feels like a trap to me. And it'll feel like a trap to him. Unless you have a professional voice, I'd have to be a fool.
Since your commitment,
Of
I've
course.
written some brilliant articles for the Northern
I'd have to
Medical
be a
Journal
fool,
of
may show
Psychiatry.
Tilton.
Thank you, Frederick.
I just finished your most recent piece.
Extraordinary stuff. A particularly good one. It may be my favorite.
I have seen a lot of hostility. But this was quantifiably bitchy.
Do you think I am your nemesis?
No, Nemesis, no.
You refuted my entire book.
It didn't hold up to scrutiny.
Of course it didn't. I was lying. On your behalf. To save your life. You refuted your insanity defense. I went out on a limb for you, and you climbed up there and sawed it off.
Wood burns because it has the proper stuff in it. And a man becomes famous because he has the proper stuff in him. You don't have the proper stuff, Frederick.
Oh, wow.
The homosexual implication of the word fairy. Tedious, I know. But if you really want to piss him off, that's what you should call him.
Very well. Tooth Fairy it is.
The Tooth Fairy's actions indicate...
He loves to hear himself speak.
...compensating for intolerable feelings of inadequacy. Smashing mirrors ties these feelings to his appearance.
And not only is the Tooth Fairy insane, he is ugly and impotent.
There is a strong bonding of aggressive and sexual drives that occurs in sadists at an early age.
He's a vicious, perverted, sexual failure. An animal.
The savage acts aimed primarily at the women and performed in the presence of families clearly strikes at a maternal figure.
The Tooth Fairy is the product of an incestuous home.
Oh, wow.
This is the child of a nightmare.
Well, I think we need a key shot of you here in your Washington hideaway.
I'd love something of you in a bathrobe sitting at a desk, poring over this artist's conception of the fairy.
I'll stand by the window. Make sure you can see the fountain in the Capitol Dome. The Red Dragon needs to be able to find this place if he wants to. Frederick, would you like to be in the photograph?
One for the dust jacket.
Of course he'd love to. They know how to stroke his ego.
Have an opportunity to understand, then all my readers could understand too.
You feel privileged.
It is a privilege. But I have to tell you, I am scared. Man to man, I am scared.
Oh.
And it is very hard to concentrate when you are scared. If you have got a great idea, you do not need to scare me for me to be impressed.
I feel bad for him.
You man. Use that phrase to imply frankness. But you see, I am not a man. I have become other and more than a man. Do you think God is in attendance here? Are you praying to him now? Around, you will open your eyes and look at me, where I will staple your eyelids to your forehead.
It's me.
Do you see?
Yes.
Do you see? Do you see?
Yes.
You see?
God.
Do you see?
Please, no.
No what?
Not me.
Are you going to tell more lies about me, Dr.
Oh,
Chilton?
no.
Why
no.
did you tell lies, Dr. Chilton?
No, it was the police told me to. They said it.
You quote Will Graham.
Graham told the lies. Graham.
Will you tell the truth now about me, about my work, my become my art. Dr. Chilton, is this art? Art. You said that I, who see more than you, am insane. I, who have pushed the world so much further than you, am insane. I have dared more than you. I am the dragon, and you call me insane.
I'm so confused. So he's letting him go. But what did he do to him?
Look straight down the lens. Repeat after me. Dr. Chilton, you did very well.
You will let me go now.
I will. Although, there is one way that I can help you better understand. And remember.
I want to understand. And I've got a very good memory.
Oh, the teeth.
No.
Holy darn! What? Oh my god! He took his lips? Oh Lord. I did not. No. I mean, I'm like shaking. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I got like,
Handle
I
it.
don't know, panic, anxiety.
May I open it privately?
You may not.
I shouldn't have just eaten. I feel like in my stomach. Ooh. It was a lot. Oh my god. I can't. I snorted. I'm so. Oh my god, y'all.
Dr. Chilton often offended me, so I certainly understand the sentiment.
Oh my god.
Where's the other one?
This one can provide you anything the other one can. I'm sorry, Jack. The tragedy of what's happened to Frederick has put me in an excellent humor.
Dr. Chilton disappeared
The way
yesterday
he's smiling.
under armed escort.
You pretended to burn Freddie Lowndes in a wheelchair to flush me out. What were you pretending to do with Frederick Chilton? You could have provided anything Dr. Chilton could. That would have been your lip I was tasting. Again.
Ow.
You publicly discredited Dr. Chilton. By refuting him, you orchestrated his end by proxy.
You orchestrated his end, Alana. You saw the hole and let him roll right into it. That's professional discourtesy.
I have had a great privilege.
I'm surprised Hannibal ate the lips without any seasoning or
All the strength of the great red dragon.
aging or feeding him snails.
All that I said was lies from Will Graham. You will learn a little more to dread.
Literally from his own lips. The only time Will has had any sort of relief was when he was actually acting with
Would you like to talk about
Hannibal
what
and like
happened
working with
Frederick
him and
Chilton?
understanding him.
Divine punishment of a sinner mirrors the sin being punished.
Contrabasso. You play. You pay. Gives the world an emotional context. The touch of others makes us who we are. It builds trust.
I put my hand on his shoulder for authenticity.
To establish that he really told you those insults about the dragon. Or maybe you wanted to put Dr. Chilton at risk. Just a little.
I wonder.
It's like her thing with the hand in the mouth
Do you have to wonder?
and her patient. He maybe purposefully did it just to see.
What did you think the great red dragon would do? You were curious what would happen, that's apparent. Is this what you were expecting?
I can't say I'm surprised.
Then you may as well have struck the match.
All he wanted was Will to be his friend. And Will sort of set him up.
Frederick, it's Will Graham. I'm sorry this happened to you.
He set me up. He knew it. He set me up. He put his hand on me in the picture. Can you understand what he's saying?
He said, you set me up. You knew it. You put your hand on me in the picture like a pet.
I didn't think he'd ever harm her, but I did at first, and then he tricked me into thinking that he wouldn't. Is he at Hannibal's place?
I didn't know you cared this much about me. I'm glad you feel that way. But you scared me with this. I never hurt you. I never wanted to. Let's just be friends and have a good time and forget about this.
Shut up.
You know what they call being that visited those people.
What do you think?
Think. Answer correctly.
It's dragon something. Dragon. Red dragon.
Why? The dragon.
I wish I could have trusted you. I wanted to trust you. You felt so good.
So did you, Dee. I love it. Please don't hurt me now.
can't give you to him. You know what he will do.
No.
Reba. I can't stand to watch you burn.
Oh, shoot. Holy darn, why would they show that? I didn't want to see that. I'm gonna cry. Like, I am so... I feel for her.
If I rejected you, goodbye.
Well, was it good to see me?
Good? No.
Oh, shoot. The heck? I know she's blind, but whose body was that then?
Hannibal Lecter is who you need to change.
Oh, shoot. He's gonna have him go after Hannibal?
I want to meet Lecter. How would I manage that?
Think again.
Mm-hmm.
There's no advantage.
Bedelia knows.
It's all degrees of disadvantage.
It's really risky.
Who holds the devil, let him hold him well. You will hardly be caught a second time.
I don't intend Hannibal to be caught a second time.
Can't live with him. Can't live without him. Is that what this is?
I guess this is my...
Do please tell Frederick, if you see him, I wish a speedy convalescence and hope he won't be very ugly.
I've been on the phone for hours on your behalf, and this is what you get.
Any rational society...
Has tentatively agreed to the deal as proposed.
Let them believe I helped Hannibal escape. Authenticity. Someone has to be close when the dragon comes.
And then?
We kill Dollarhide. And then we kill Hannibal. The devil is due.
How are they still working for the FBI with all these
I thought you
choices?
said your goodbyes.
We've won. I need you, Hannibal.
Ding dong, the dragon is not dead.
He told you I'd be curious enough to look at one, see if you sold him. We chose a drop that can be watched only from a few places, from a long way off. Stake out the observation points.
It sounds weak to you, even as you say it.
Secret Service has a setup they've never used that'll let us have it. You're our best shot, Hannibal.
He's so cheeky, especially this season.
He's watching us now.
I know. I'm so happy you chose life, Francis. Suicide is the enemy. He was seized by a fantasy world with the brilliance and freshness and immediacy of childhood. It took you a step beyond alone. I'm gonna film your death, Dr. Lecter. As dying, you melt with the strength of the dragon. It's a glorious and rather discomforting idea. Watching the film will be wonderful,
Will's going to kill the dragon.
but not as wonderful as the act itself.
Oh my gosh, Will. Did she do that to herself? Or did Hannibal do that to her while waiting for the dragon? Maybe she did it to herself. And she's gonna eat herself. I don't know, that's creepy, the ending. Oh my gosh, okay, I teared up a little bit because it's kind of a beautiful ending. Like, Will can't live without Hannibal. He really couldn't. But he didn't want to be like him either, so the only way is for them both to go together. It's kind of beautiful. They really did love each other. I don't know. That hug at the end, I'm gonna cry. Like, wow. That was a lot. It was a great series. That was a lot to go through. Like, I guess Will found himself in the end. He tried to hide from himself. That's why he let Hannibal go and told him no, he couldn't be with him, because he has a conscience still, even though he genuinely enjoys working with Hannibal. Wow, I don't even know what to say. I'm sitting here just, I kind of want more. I want more. I wanted them to maybe go off into the sunset together, but the way that Will pushed them both off of the cliff, it makes sense. They would continue to harm and hurt and kill people and all of that. Jack went kind of corrupt, and like, he didn't care about killing people either. Like I said earlier on in this season, they all got a piece of Hannibal inside of them now, and they're all making choices that they wouldn't have earlier on in the season have made. This last season was a little more romantic in that it had like the art and the European architecture. There was more like fashion-wise, even with the suits that were chosen, it was just more romantic in itself. With him leaving him the Valentine in the church, just all of that. It had a different sense to it, and I think the ending was kind of perfect. Yeah, it was kind of perfect. I could stand for another season. Maybe they both survived. Maybe only one of them survived. Who knows? But poor Will's wife and son. I kind of wish he hadn't had gotten married, because we didn't get to see any of that development, and he didn't really seem to care if he left them. I think he was just trying to live the normal, everyday American life, you know, that you dream about. Like, you get a wife and a kid and you live the American dream, and he was going to be away from Hannibal. But I was over here feeling bad for him that Jack is bringing him back. But I think he really wanted to. He wanted to have an excuse to go see Hannibal. Man, this is a fantastic show. I'm going to have to rewatch it at some point and maybe catch things that I didn't catch. Like, I know that there's a ton that I missed because there are things that I noticed when I'm editing, but I know that there's a ton, and I'll have to rewatch it with a different set of eyes, maybe sometime in the winter or something, or next year. I'll rewatch it and enjoy it. I know it's going to be amazing to rewatch it. Like I said, well, I guess we got to see Margot. In my last video, I was like, I wish that we had some loose ends tied up, but we got to see Margot, and she was leaving with Alana. We saw what happened to Chilton, and I feel bad for him because they just used him. But he survived a lot, that man. And Freddie is just Freddie still with her little tattle crime paper. And Jack is going to be a lonely man, probably always going to be in the FBI. So I guess everything is wrapped up. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this journey, going on this journey with me. I really enjoyed the show. I want to thank those of you who recommended it to me back in October. I had not watched the show or anything like that. So when y'all recommended it to me, I'm glad this is the one that I chose to watch and that I was able to watch all 3 seasons. So I appreciate all of y'all's support, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.